Chris, can you tell us about your latest book?
Yes, well, the latest book's called Gallery of the Dead. I don't know the name in Danish, but the premise of the book again is Robert Hunter after a new serial killer. But this new serial killer, he's a bit different than the other ones because he uses murder as an art. So, which is an idea that I had for a long time ago, because I've seen a lot of crimes when I used to work as a criminal psychologist, and some of them, they actually do leave the victim on the floor. If it was like a scene or a photograph, it's very beautifully presented, let's put it this way. And they always intrigue me. It's like, you know, people can be that distorted or that crazy that they think that murders could be some sort of an art. So that was the preface of the book, and that's how I started writing. So the story of a serial killer who uses his crime scenes more like an art piece than a crime, and obviously this whole story, why does he do it, and you know what's different with him. And at the end of the book, there's for people who have been reading the series, there's a very big twist at the end of the book.
Yeah. When you research, how do you do that?
I use the internet a lot. A lot of people even say that my internet history is very colorful, and it is, because I know for a fact that in America there are certain words that when you search for them, they get flagged by the government, like bomb making, terrorism. There are certain words that when you search on the internet or Google or something, it gets flagged by the NSA in America. So I guess my name appeared on their list 100 times now because I'm always searching like for methods of death. You know, how can you kill somebody with an insect, or how do you break somebody's windpipe? You know, I search for all that on the internet. So I don't know if there was anybody like looking at my internet history and go, okay, this guy is crazy, or like either that or he's a murderer. But yeah, no, I do a lot of research on the internet. On this one, there was one that it took me a long time because it was a medical procedure. I had to describe a medical procedure. And obviously, you have to describe it in a way that the readers understand. So you can't really use the complicated words for medical procedure. So I researched like for 3 days, and then you write one paragraph because it takes such a long time for you to understand the procedure yourself. So yeah, there was a lot of research, and it took me longer to write this book, but it's finally done. So yes. Yeah.
Do you have a limit of cruelty?
It's not as cruel as the other ones, and there's an explanation why as well. The killer is not as cruel. The killer kills them, but he's not sadistic with them. The murders look horrible, they look bad. But then, I'm not gonna spoil the story, but so when you look at it, you go, oh my God, this guy is crazy. But then when they start finding things out about, and it is not as sadistic as it looks, because again, he uses it as art. So he makes it look in one way, but the truth behind it is different. So it is pretty violent like the other ones, but then the reason behind it will sort of like, it calms you down a little bit.
Yeah. Do you have subjects you don't make murders about?
I try, and I find this actually funny because obviously I'm on my 9th novel now, going to my 10th. And the main reason, at least in the United States when I lived there and I was working, that serial killers kill, there's always some sexual intention behind it. That's the greatest drive for most serial killers. And I've written 9 books, and none of them has a sexual intent in any of the books. So I managed to stay away from it. I don't know how long I'll manage to do that. But I try not to write about kids. I'm not a father, I don't have kids, I never had kids. But I've been to crime scenes where there are kids, and it's shocking. It's just so like unnerving. So I try my best not to do any killers that kill kids, but on my 7th novel called I Am Death, there's a kid in the story. Right at the beginning, he gets kidnapped and everything. And I got a lot of emails of people saying, I can't believe it, I stopped reading the book. And then the only thing I can say is like, carry on reading the book, because there is a mega twist with the kid in this book. But yeah, if I can, I probably will never write about a murderer who takes kids and you know, torture kids or anything like that. I don't like that.
Do you have another book in mind?
Yes, it's already, and that's the thing. There's a huge twist and Gallery of the Dead. On the last line, is not the book ends with a cliffhanger for the next book. It's already sort of shows you, but I'm not gonna reveal it because you gotta read it. So don't read the last line first. So don't go to the end of the book. But yes, if you've been following the series, then somebody's coming back from one of the other books, and he ends this book already telling you that is what's gonna happen on the next book. So yes, I'm already 100 pages into the next book, so I'm writing.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.